Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Feni for the Soul for yet another interesting interview. This time we have Lieutenant Colonel Srinivas Gokulnath. He's a Indian Army doctor, and more importantly, he is the first Indian solo cyclist to have successfully completed the RAAM. Now, the RAAM is the race across America, which is arguably the toughest and the most difficult endurance cycle race in the world. He completed this in 2017 in the month of June. Let me tell you about RAAM. RAAM is a 4,900 kilometer race to be completed in 12 hours to 12 days, 12 days flat, which means that the cyclist has to be on the saddle for close to 22 hours every day and has to cycle about 408 kilometers every single day. That's how tough RAAM is. And of course, Srini will tell us more about it. Srini has also completed the race around Austria, which is a 2,200 kilometers endurance cycle race, which he completed in 5 days and 10 hours. And that again is a feather in his cap. Today, Srini is posted with the United Nations Peacekeeping Force in South Sudan, one of the newest nations in our wonderful world. So he's there and he's doing some excellent social work. We'll hear all about that. So let's begin quickly. Good afternoon, Srini. How are you? And how is the weather in South Sudan?
Hello, Rahul. Thanks for having me. Good afternoon. And it is monsoons, but it is bright and clear. It is sunny out here.
Wonderful. So let us begin, Srini, by asking you about the magic and aura of RAAM. Just tell us what this RAAM is all about. I'm going to show quick photos, but you can, really start speaking.
All right. Rahul, you know that it is almost 3 years. It is almost 3 years that I finished RAAM, and even till date, it appears as if I have done this race recently. I have finished this race recently, because the impact that this race has is so much that you won't believe. It has created a kind of identity for myself. This race has created such an impact that it has become an identity for myself. And the kind of life reference that I have, it's like a book for me. Doing RAAM is like a book with life lessons. It's a big book with a reference with with all the life lessons in it. And RAAM race has given me an opportunity to really look and dig deeper into my own self, and to find that, oh, there is an amazing person within you, man. So I really got thrilled to see that amazing guy within myself through this race. So in brief, if you talk about the magic and aura of the race, it is such that if you ask me who is your inspiration, I would say I'm my own inspiration. I'm sorry if I am, if I sound very high-headed in that way, but what I'm telling you is the aura and the magic of the race has made me believe that there is something special within you, and it gave me an opportunity to explore that special individual or an inspirational personality within myself, to explore that special person or the hero within you, in that terms. So that is the aura and magic of this race. Even till date, no day goes without me thinking or dreaming about Race Across America. Every single day, thoughts, or there is something that is ringing, that keeps going on. It's just a part and parcel of life. If you tell me, if I give you all the pleasures of the world, what will you do? I will say I will keep doing RAAM every year. So something of that sort. So that is the impact that it has in terms of so that is the aura of this race, the magic of this race for me. It is definitely a life lesson, and a very good reference for me to fall back whenever I'm I mean, in my day-to-day life.
Tell me, which were the most difficult segments in the RAM race, you know, and what role your crew played in keeping you motivated?
Give you a very right picture about the race, or a perspective about the race, and also your viewers, that the race is a roller coaster race. The race is a roller coaster race. As I told you, it passes through deserts. You would know that the moment the when you are at Oceanside, California, it's all pleasant. It's all pleasant because you are at the bayside, and the at the ocean side, it's all nice and very comfortable temperatures. 50 miles out of that, you are entering uh, a furnace wherein the temperatures soar up to 40 to 45 degrees centigrade. In no time, in 50 miles, you enter a bowl that is the deserts of California, and then the deserts of Arizona. So the race passes through these different terrains and different temperatures, different vegetations, different altitudes. The highest point of the race is around 10,000 feet. So what I'm telling you is, the race is so that the topography is so varied, the terrain is so varied, so many variables are involved. So to tell you which was the best segment of the race, and which is the which is your favorite, if you ask me, when I did the race in 2016, where I did this race in 2016, right? So I did not finish the race. I did it in 4,000. I mean, I did only 4,000. I clocked only 4,200 kilometers, and I was short of around 750 kilometers to finish, and I was left with one day. So with that reference, when I did this 2017 race, yeah, the segments which I thought would be easier was difficult in 2017. Because I had a reference of 2016, I presumed that, okay, this section would be the easiest part of the race, but that turned out to be the toughest part of the race, because the winds were different, the temperature was different, the time of the day that I was riding on at that particular segment is different. So so the thing is, it's a long race. You can't actually tell that this segment of the race is the best, and I like it, or this segment of the race is the most difficult. In this race, as the terrain is roller coaster, the moods are also roller coaster type. So you are in the good mode and you are in a low mode. And this being in the low mood, you need to, I mean, when you are in high mood, you need to capitalize maximum miles. You crunch more miles when you're in the high mood. When you're in the low mood, you tell yourself it's going to fade away. It's going to, it's not going to last longer. This low mood, low phase of my mood will not last longer. No, there are reasons for high mood and low mood. You're right, from nutrition to sleep to your crew and all that matters for you to be in that high mood, or to sustain that high mood longer. Because those who win the race, what they do is they sustain that high mood for a longer time, irrespective of the segment of the race. because the stretch is so long, you can't actually fixate that this is the good segment, this is a bad segment. It's all about your mental perceptions and the good and the bad mood and how you capitalize on them. Okay, how you simplify. I mean, you need to you need to tell yourself when you're in low mode that it is temporary, and things, I just need to hang in there in my low mode, so the that way the whole race is challenging, so dealing with oneself is what the race is all about, because it is 12 days, so you have to stay focused at extremes of exhaustion. It is very demanding to focus, because your mind will, in no time will ask questions like, why are you doing, why are you doing this? It's insane. And yeah, the focus on essentials will fade away like anything, if you succumb to that, that monkey mind, which is telling you to so you need to really balance it out in terms of keeping as much as possible your focus on right things, that is through nutrition, through your hydration, through a good sleep, through your crew and all that. So yes, I would say that for a roller coaster race, understand your roller coaster mind, and I mean, respect the race that way. There is nothing easy or nothing difficult as far as the segments of the race are concerned.
Lovely explanation, very comprehensive, Srini. I'm going to move now to South Sudan, where you are posted, and like I said, you're doing some excellent social work there. And I want you to, I mean, besides your United Nations, activities. So I just want to ask you, you have started, among other things, you started a lovely bicycle project where you have now empowered displaced teenage girls to start cycling, so in order to do that, in order to get 12 cycles, you announced that you would run 12 hours non-stop from 6 in the evening to 6 in the morning. I'll show some photos, and you have to tell us what motivated you to even think of this idea, in the middle of your peacekeeping activities. This is a photo of
Yep.
you running with your UN peacekeeping
Yeah.
force,
Yeah,
yeah.
my chaps. Yeah, true. Okay.
So
Yeah.
what, what
This.
motivated you to think of this idea in the first place? This 12-hour
Okay.
run, I'm very intrigued
Yeah.
about the 12-hour run.
Okay. Yeah. So this was on 8th November 2019. It was on my birthday, and the sole purpose of this run was to do a crowdfunding. Was to do a crowdfunding wherein I could buy 14 bicycles for the girls who are in the internally displaced camps. So there are around 30,000 people, more than 30 to 35,000 people who are staying in internally displaced people camps, or called as IDP camps. So these people are all, they have moved out from several other villages because of war going on there, civil war going on there. They move out with their cattle, livestock, and all that. They come to, they find places which are safe, like the UN compounds and UN campuses. So that's how they settle here, and they are here since 2011, 2013 primarily, because the country got independence in 2011 from Sudan and became South Sudan, and they went into a civil war in 2013, which forced these people to move to the UN camps here. So 400 meters from here, we have these camps. 400 meters right from place where I stay, there are displaced camps there. And if you see, I came here on 4th June 2019. I got posted as a part of UN peacekeeping mission with the Indian Field Hospital. So in fourth, I mean, almost 15 months, 15 months from now. And when I got posted to this place, I really felt that, when I saw the reality as to, I mean, how, what's happening, how, I just wanted to understand like how they are living, what's happening with them, how can I make a difference in their lives? What can I give? What can I give, and uh, how can I better their lives? So that is what was running in my mind. And by 1 month or so, by July, I told myself, man, I should do something. So I came up with, okay, what am I good at? Okay, I'm good at cycling. I mean, okay with cycling. I am okay with, I like meditation and yoga and things like that. So I thought, okay, why not? Why should not I teach them meditation and yoga? So because I believe that, you know I believed this principle that, if you keep your mind calm, you can find peace and happiness. If you keep yourself calm, you can find peace and happiness, and it is through meditation and yoga you can train your mind to be calm. So this was the logic that I mean, this was the key thing that I believed in, and I wanted to share the same with them. So what I did was, I spoke to people who are responsible for taking permissions, seeking permissions and all that. So then I reached out to the leaders of the camp, of the IDP camps. So because it is very new to them as to what is meditation, they don't have any concept of meditation and yoga. Probably few would have heard. It is very strange for them, like even sitting peacefully for 15 minutes, closing their eyes in the was very difficult for them. And also they wanted a separate session for girls, separate session for boys. So there were taboos attached to it. So when I came up with this project of meditation and yoga, these kids found it very, very strange to get involved, and they found it very funny. Yeah, yeah. So you see this room. This is after 3 months. You can see the girl, even with the media lady shooting. She was not disturbed by all that. So these girls and boys were very motivated. They used to come every weekend. We used to provide chai, and biscuit. And the first time that I could see that chai and biscuit would get over so fast after the yoga class, and I never saw people drinking chai so, I mean, with such josh and so fast. So drums of chai were being made for these for these boys and girls. And as days went, they really picked on. They're very fast in grasping. They are looking forward for some positivity in their lives. So whenever you give any skill or whenever you teach something, they grasp very fast. So this thing I noticed by the end of 3 months, that is in July 2019 when I started. By November 2019, they were all good in terms of doing yoga, and some were even willing to teach others in the camp. So when this was happening, I was just checking some emails, my personal emails, and I saw in Bangalore there is one doctor, Adil Poonawala. What he does is, he teaches adults how to ride a bicycle. The urologist, he teaches at his own time at Kaban Park. Every Sunday he teaches. So I felt, man, yes, this, why can't I teach the girls? Because I came to know that riding a bike or riding bicycle or driving is a taboo, in South Sudan. So the South Sudan believes that the women should not be, they should not involve themselves in driving or riding a bicycle or a motorcycle and all that. So this I came to know by August. And then when I approached the leaders, I told them, see, I want to teach the girls to ride a bike. So when I came up with this idea, I was very happy that they said, okay, you can, if the girls come, if they come, you teach them. So they were not sure that the girls would come. They thought, okay, the girls are not so keen to learn and all that. The first week when I started this project, I saw 50 girls, more than 50 girls. After they finished yoga session on that Saturday, I saw 50 girls. They're willing to. I told them, if you any girls who are willing to learn cycling, everybody sat there, everybody were in that meditation place. They stood there. This is in 2020, but let me come to there later. But these girls, what they did was, we all wanted to learn, but I just had 3 bicycles. Actually, one bicycle which I borrowed from one of the chap, and 2 bicycles from the local security guys. I borrowed 2 bicycles from them. So, but I see that with 50 to 55 girls, and I have just 2 or 3 bicycles, which I keep borrowing every weekend. I felt, man, I'm not doing justice. I should do something. I need more bicycles. That's what I felt. By August 2019, I felt if I have to teach, I need more bicycles. So what I did was, I started to think, as to brainstorm as to, how can I do this, man? Yeah, I mean, each bicycle costs around $150 here, and getting it from the capital city, which is 3 hours flying time distance, is a big deal. So I thought of all possibilities. Then I told myself, so RAM did help me in that way. When it gives you energy in that, it tells you, okay, man, it's possible. Just try doing it. Just do what is possible from your end. So I went on. Crowdfunding. I went to each and every office, UN offices here, irrespective of how big or small, or in the rank structure they are, or humanitarian hubs. I reached out to every office physically, showing my presence and telling them, this is what I want to do. I need to gather. I'm gathering funds to teach these girls to ride a bicycle, and I told them I am running to show my conviction that how much I'm involved in this project, and it's not just just for the sake of doing. I want to involve myself. Just to show my commitment towards the project. I told them that on 8th November that I am going to run for 12 hours, 6 in the evening to 6 in the morning, and non-stop. And that's also my birthday, and I want to get these bicycles. These 14 bicycles by then. So fortunately, things were falling in place bit by bit. And by 8th November, I was so happy that I could get all the bicycles before I could start the run. All the bicycles were in Malakal. Yeah. So you see that all these bicycles on 8th November were at all the 12 bicycles. The 2 were I got 2 more later. So there are 12 bicycles here. And I could do the run. So when I did that run, I found a lot of support in terms of people running with me, and many of them. I never ran alone. There was so much support in that way. All our Indian battalions, and even Rwandas, the Bangladeshis, and many other UN foreign staff, they were also running with me. So it was a collective effort that way, as far as the run was concerned. That's how the meditation, yoga, and the cycling thing happened. And from after the run, the next week, I started off with teaching almost up to 50 girls in a football ground. They have a football ground, and by March 2020, there were around 100 girls who learned. Because as I told you, they're very fast in learning. They're very fast in learning, and I was surprised the way they pick up a skill is amazing. And we also set up a youth center there, with so that they can do the yoga activities and meditation, and also do cycling in the ground. So I had plans of taking them. Things did not go the way we planned. So that is in detail about how the run, and
Can I, Srini? I would like to just show a video of the cycling project. Just one second. There's a nice video I have. Can you hear the sound?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is quite an interesting video, really.
The girls were very
Because
tired after riding some around 12 kilometers or so, because they never moved out of the camp. This was the first time they moved out of the camp on a bicycle. It was very hot, and there were a lot of headwinds. So it was the girls were finding it difficult to pedal through, but that was a big deal for them, because so they're moving out from the camp to a Malakal town. There is a town here, which got destroyed by the war and all that. So they moved. They cycled all the way from the camp to the school. They thought of meeting the girls there in the school, so that they also make a statement in terms of, girls are, I mean, it's not a taboo anymore in that way.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Srini, my question is, this is, like you said in a small note, you have realized that it's more important to give rather than take, So, can you just elaborate on why that means so much to you, this about giving? Because you really been giving in South Sudan.
Well, yeah, the clarity that I got, as far as, the one, if you ask me what is your take home message from South Sudan, I would say the clarity that I got as far as the purpose of life. I mean, I know I sound very philosophical, but that is how I'm viewing it. So it has become so clear that, uh, for me, the purpose of life is to make a positive impact in others' life, in whatever possible ways, whether it can be, a kind talk to to a to helping out in some or the other way. So I understood this thing, and I thank these the youth of the people here in South Sudan. So I learned from them the sole purpose of life, and because, and I try to, when I look at the bigger picture, yes, man, it's all. I mean, we are all learning many things. We are all doing so many things, like a doctor, engineer, or a journalist. Everybody is doing something so that they can make a positive impact in others' life. So that becomes a purpose of life, and that adds some value to our life, instead of we, cursing our life every single day. If we understand that, okay, man, today if we can make some change, bring in some change in some other's life, you have done your job. So this purpose, the understanding this purpose of the life through them, was gradually happening. Where when I started off this project, I mean, I just wanted to give. I just wanted to share. I really did not think that, oh, this is when the purpose of life is, when I retrospectively, analyze things. But at that point in July 2019, it was just doing. Okay, let me give what I have. Okay, I have, I know something about meditation, yoga. Let me share with them. So when I kept on doing it, I'm finding so much joy. I'm finding so much happiness by giving. By giving my time, my energy, my whatever skills that I learned. So when I'm doing it, so when I keep doing it, I want to give more. Because I know that I'm becoming happy by giving. That's how I landed up with that, the 12-hour thing also. Like, people around me would feel that, why is this guy doing? I mean, they find it very weird that this guy is doing so much for them. But the selfish thing, not selfish, but the thing that I am believing is, okay, the more I give, the more I get. I mean, the more happiness I get, the more satisfied I am. I feel very accomplished in that way. So I could see this happening, this concept, giving me dividends every single day when I keep indulging. So I had sort of a lot of plans. That is how I came up with I thought of creating a gymnasium for them, an outdoor gym for these youth, because I observed that they don't have a gym. And enabling youth to channelize their energy in a positive way is a big deal, you know. So my mind was running in that way. I know for me, physical fitness is something that I cherish, and I want to excel in that physical fitness, and I want to appreciate, I want to spread that message in, as far as physical fitness is a blessing. If somebody is physically active, it's a blessing. So I want the same for the youth also to experience. So that's how I believe that, okay, I should create a gymnasium for them. And an East African bike tour can, broaden their horizon of, broaden their thought process, and kind of it will add on so much value to their experiences in life. And so that was what that is the concept that I understood here. That is the purpose of life. And the more you give in terms of your time, resources, and skill, the more happy and satisfied you stay. And yeah, I mean, I, I'm understanding this at 40 years of age. Maybe it is too late, but 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 it's fine. Yeah.
Srini, I don't think it's too late at all. 40 is very young. But I'm going to show you a photo of your lovely family, Srini.
Yeah.
So that's your wife, Dr. Prafulla, and your little son Rohan. So Prafulla was, of course, a part of your crew for RAM, and she was one of your big supports, and your little boy. So how do you you are obviously missing them on a daily basis, but how do you keep yourself focused on your day-to-day activities, without feeling, let's say, homesick?
Yeah, in fact, my family is my strength in terms of, I would say that whatever I could explore in terms of exploring my passion and all that. So I could do because of the strong support from my family. I would say that without their support, I wouldn't have done Race Across America, or I could not have excelled in my passion, and I could not have done all these that I could do in my passion, and also many things. So without their strong support, it wouldn't have been possible. Yeah, I have been away from family in this tenure for almost 15 months, and no doubt I miss them, but they are equally strong in terms of, they don't really fuss about it. They're very realistic, very practical. Both of them, that is my 7-year-old son, and Rohan, as well as Prafulla. So Prafulla is also a working lady. She as a doctor. So that way they are strong mentally. That is a big thing for me. So um, they stand with me in every adventure or any task that I undertake. And I mean, for any race or for any major events in my life, I think I always believe that without my family's involvement and support, I really could not be my best. So that is one thing that I believe. No doubt now, it is uh, it is tough in South Sudan as far as restrictions are concerned. You really cannot move out, and things in the COVID period is very different from the pre-COVID. In the pre-COVID also, not much, because of security reasons we can't move out. But I have my bicycle on my trainer, so I do an indoor cycling. I keep doing set challenges for myself, like just an example. So say I want to do 600 chin-ups in an hour. 600 chin-ups in an sorry, 600 burpees in an hour, or 180 chin-ups in an hour, something of that sort. so I keep setting challenges, and because that's one way that I experience. I mean, I feel nicer when I break my own limits, and so I have found time for myself here, which is the key thing. And I am trying to be creative with the time that I have. I'm also, as you know, that I'm trying to uh, do something on a book project. I want to pen everything and for make a book. And yeah, I kill boredom through these challenges, through my cycling, and also
So thank you very much, Srini. So thank you for all your time and your energy. It was it was so wonderful to speak to you and talk to you all the way from South Sudan. So all the best for the remaining part of your tenure in South Sudan. All the best to all your, comrades in arms. All the fellow officers and soldiers there. So God bless you, and we'll see you soon.
thanks for giving a platform to share all this. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. All the best.